So the men's singles players wait to be announced and emerge onto court. Well, already the crowd around us are dashing to try and get an even better seat, an even closer seat to the action, because this man, Lin Dan, is an absolute megastar here in China, megastar throughout the sport and a megastar in Asia in general. Well, two of the biggest stars ever, I suppose, in badminton history. These two players. Taufik Hidayat, of course, himself a superstar after he won the Olympic Games gold medal in Athens in 2004 when he was unseeded. And the man who'd been the #1 seed is his opponent of today, Lin Dan, who had a shock first round defeat to Ronald Susilo in Athens, but my goodness, didn't he make amends in Beijing. What a wonderful performance from Lin Dan to take the gold medal. And what a performance in that final against Lee Chong-wei, 21-12, 21-8. It was an absolute demonstration, wasn't it? Probably the best badminton I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'll go along with that. He played a phenomenal level on that day. He really did.
Yeah.
Talking about the reception here as well, though, Taufik Hidayat is a player that's always had great support in China.
Yeah.
He's well respected. They know their badminton. They know the history of badminton, and they know what a great player he's been. So certainly the buzz that went around the hall when these two players came out. This is the match of the night, I think, for the crowd. It's a very good crowd indeed that's in.
Yes, it is. It was the same yesterday, wasn't it? Very good crowds here in Luzhou. Well, Lin Dan, in his opening match, had to play against his teammate, the #2 seed, Chen Long. Needed 3 games to win that. Hour and 2 minutes, 21-17 in the decider. And for Taufik Hidayat, for a good game and a half, seemed to be in control against Kenichi Togo, but then dropped the second game, and in all honesty, seemed to run out of steam in the third, which he lost 21-7 in an hour and 1 minute. So both of them long encounters yesterday. And as you can see, they played each other many, many times before this, the 12th meeting. And whilst we looked at the last time that these two players met, I think it's of note, really, that the last 7 times they played each other all have been won by the left-handed Lin Dan. In fact, in ranking competition, you have to go back to the World Championship final in Anaheim in 2005 to find the last time that Taufik Hidayat beat Lin Dan. That's ominous for Indonesian supporters.
Yes, and added to that, Taufik's really been struggling the last few months. He's had a real loss of confidence, and he's certainly struggled. And when you're struggling for a bit of confidence and a bit of form, this is not the guy you want to see on the other side of the net. Lin Dan right back at his best, I would suggest, at the moment. Last few tournaments, he's been building up his level, testing himself against the best. And he looks in good form going into the Olympic year.
Yeah, 8 finals this year, having won 6 of them. Lin Dan, including the last 2 Super Series events.
Play.
probing first rally there from Lin Dan. Very patient, moving the shuttle around the court, checking the conditions in the hall tonight. Slightly bigger crowd, wanting to find the speed.
Why do you think there's been a slump in form and a crisis in confidence with Hidayat over the last couple of months? Can age have anything to do with it? He's in August turned the big 3-0, which in sporting terms to reach your 30s is sometimes a psychological barrier to many athletes.
I think it's more badminton years that count, Jill. I mean, this guy was around as a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
He was a top world player at 16.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's had 14 years at the top, and it takes its toll both physically and mentally. And, you know, we can see the strapping on both knees, and I don't know, you know, and he's always been such a natural player. When he's been under pressure, he's always been able to find something. Just these last 6 months, that touch has just deserted him a little bit.
Yeah, that's landed in. Well, you mentioned, you know, how good he was at such a young age. He won his first major tournament, which, of course, before the Super Series was Grand Prix events, and he was 16 years, 11 months old, beating an Olympic silver medalist in the final, Dong Jiong. That's pretty impressive. You're absolutely right. That's years and years of right at the top of world badminton.
I mean, he's had a stunning career, you have to say.
Yeah.
And he's been one of the great. It's not just the matches he's won, it's the style he's done it with as well. I mean, he's been an incredible entertainer in badminton.
Yeah.
He can play shots that other players can't play, and he sees the shuttle so early, and he really has entertained millions of people over a long period of time.
Charisma as well. He's got an aura about him, hasn't he?
He's always done things his own way. He's an independent player. He's been outside the auspices of the PBSI, the Indonesian Federation, for a number of years now. You know, he's an individual. He's a character, as you say. Happy to be outspoken on certain subjects.
Service over, 1-6.
Oh, good reactions. Yeah, and that's the sort of thing that just makes him so special.
Yeah, he just read it. Sees the shuttle and reads the direction so quickly. His backhand defence in particular has always been a bit special.
Backhand in general.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Service over, 7.
But that backhand Ian, just seeing that backhand clear there, doesn't seem to have to put any effort into it. Timing and technique means that he can hit the shuttle from one end of the court to the other, and he's quite happy often just to turn and play the high backhand.
Yeah, but he can play the high backhand clear, he can play a smash, he can play straight drop, cross drop. You know, most players, when they turn to play a backhand, they're in a real defensive situation, and you feel you're on top of the point. But with Taufik, he's got so much variety from there. It's very difficult to see the direction he's going to hit in. It's actually been a weapon for him.
Rally. Oh, well wide. Well, I think Taufik Hidayat knew that Lin Dan had broken the strings of his racket and therefore just lifting the shuttle deep into court.
Yeah, played very patiently. Heard the strings had gone. Didn't try and force the play.
Extraordinary grip on the racket handle there. Down and grip only going 3/4 of the way up the handle. And just releasing all the tension in the strings so that there's no torque put on the racket frame. Even tension.
Missed it.
Service over. 8-5.
Yeah, it's gone wide.
He missed it, but that's been the other area where he's been so good over the years. He's got super touch around the net. Taufik.
That's phenomenal.
10-5.
No.
Service over. 6-10.
Great net.
7.
Got in early, managed to get some spin, keep it close to the net. forcing Lin Dan to lose control of the lift.
Drifts out, and therefore Lin Dan with the advantage, 3-point advantage at the mid-game interval. Winter, his coach. Talked a lot about his qualities, Ian, Taufik Hidayat, and he has been an incredible player, outstanding player over the last, well over a decade now. But he's only won 24 titles when you consider that he's won 6 times the Indonesian events. You know, he's not a regular winner on the Super Series or Grand Prix. He's very much a big tournament player, has been over the years, hasn't he?
I think that's his character as well, though, isn't it? The weekly, day-to-day stuff, he struggles to get himself up for it. You know, but over the years, when the big occasion arrives, he's normally been there playing his best level. As you say, when he won the Olympics, he was unseeded. He hadn't had a great year going into it. Went in unseeded and won it.
Yes, I remember at the Asian Games in Doha in 2006, there was a comment from Chinese head coach Li Yongbo that Taufik Hidayat was finished. And his response, beat Lin Dan in the final for the gold medal.
Yeah, dangerous thing to say to Taufik, I'd have to say. Probably just the motivation he needed. Great precision again. Not going for the power, going for the line, going for the precision. Lin Dan looking well in control, to be honest.
Yeah. Winning
points at will. Playing well within himself.
Yeah, there's a perfect demonstration of your points.
I mean, with Taufik, he'll go down as an Olympic champion, world champion, Asian champion, winning 6 times in his own country. Biggest tournament in his own country has made him a real national hero over there. You know, the fans absolutely love him. I guess the one he'll regret is probably the All England.
Yeah, 2 finals.
Yeah, that will be the one. That's the only one really missing, you'd have to say.
Yes, lost out in 1999 to Peter Gader, and then the following year lost out in the final to the man who's coaching Lin Dan, Josh Wanzer. But that once again does emphasise your point, because he was 17 years of age when he first reached the All England final.
Yeah, yeah, it's been a phenomenal career.
Well, I have to be careful. We're not sounding as if we're writing him off as that, you know, but his form lately has been, by his own high standards, disappointing.
Yeah, and I think, to be honest, I think he's even going to struggle to qualify for London. Simon Santosa's above him. Tommy Sugiata's not far behind. And his form at the moment is really quite indifferent. He's going to have to start winning matches soon if he wants to actually qualify. It would be sad if he doesn't qualify for London, I'd have to say.
Yes, it's always sad, I think, of any great athlete in any sport if their careers just sort of peter out rather than going out at a major championship. Better still if they can go out and winning a major championship. That's fairly phenomenal.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit beyond him now, but it'd certainly be nice to see him in London. He's got a lot of fans over in Britain, well, as he has all around the world. And I guess with his history, he'll be looking possibly to finish with the Indonesian Open next year, I would suspect.
Yeah.
It would be great if he could have one last Indonesian Open. That really would be a reception to see. Everybody this year was buying the t-shirts outside with Stadium Hidayat.
Yeah.
Service over. 11, 20.
Oh, brilliant. Net cords, the shuttle just crawled over the net there from Lin Dan.
It's a good net from Taufik, but Lin Dan has the answer. Look at that. Can't do a lot with that.
That is perfection. (21-12) then. Opening game in favour of the current Olympic champion, Lin Dan. Well, having lost his first group match, Taufik Hidayat, unless he actually wins this, mathematically he cannot qualify for the semi-finals. That was all my scenarios for the women's singles, getting myself in a big muddle.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Second game. Love all. Play. Service over. 1, love.
Couple of careless errors there from Lin Dan.
Love.
What were we saying in the opening game?
That's fantastic.
Love.
We did build him up for it in the first game. There it is.
What other badminton player?
Taufik special. Backhand smash straight down the line.
Can't think of another badminton player who could have done that.
I have to go a long way back, show my age and say Fleming Delphs would be.
Yeah, you are showing your age.
That's a long way back, but I remember as a very young fan watching him hit backhand smashes and being very impressed. Loss of concentration from Lin Dan here.
As you were saying in the opening game, one just senses that there's another level that Lin Dan can go to. I'm not sure that there's another gear left in Taufik Hidayat.
No, I don't think so, not now. Particularly not against Lin Dan.
No. Missed it. Would you believe it?
Well, Rye smile. He set it all up. And was just a little bit too casual. We've seen that a few times over the years. Look at this. And Dan takes it late. It's an easy kill. Just pushes it out the side. Short from Lin Dan. Taufik using the body smash to win the point. That's got to go. It's going to go with the drift.
7, 2.
Good touch again at the net. He's got himself a lead.
Oh, that's landed well in. Glance from Taufik Hidayat towards the line judge.
Yeah, look close. Oh, well in. A little casual from Lin Dan again. Just dropped the intensity a little bit at the start of the second game.
Oh, incredible. Cross-court block doing all the damage.
Service over. 5-9.
Yeah, great change of direction. He was under pressure. It was a good smash from Taufik.
That time the judgment was sound.
Service over. 10-5. Late.
It's well out the back. Game.
11-5.
Just a little bit casual from Lin Dan. Let the shuttle come to him. Didn't step out. Take the shuttle early. Well, I don't think this is really about tactics. It's about Lin Dan just upping the intensity a little bit. Well, that's a great shot.
Yeah, that was from the opening game.
It was, but it's a great camera angle to see it, you have to say.
11.
And this is the miss from Taufik.
Oh, found the corner.
Yeah, judged the drift very well there. Good control. Yeah, here we go. I think he's going to raise the tempo a little bit.
Because the last thing he'd want is another 3-game match. He had 3 games yesterday against his teammate Chen Long. And that's against one of the best defenders in the world.
Good shot.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Service over. 12-8.
And Dan seems surprised about that. Perhaps
Yeah.
the angle rather than the call.
Yeah, I think it was the angle. I mean, Taufik was a little bit off balance, taking it from behind himself, but he's always had such a good, he's always been able to control the racket head so well with his hand. He's got great touch, great feel. Just able to bring the shuttle down there, even though he's off balance. Yeah, and Taufik he's just decided he wants to try and play a little bit of counter-attack. He wants to take the pace out. Doesn't want the fast exchanges. He's got a little bit of a lead. He wants to make Lin Dan work for his points, not taking any risks. Well out. Again, a little bit guilty of letting the shuttle come to him. Showing a bit of frustration, throwing his racket in the air. It's quite astute of Taufik to just try and take the pace out. Give Lin Dan nothing to feed on. Lin Dan not enjoying it that there's no pace on the shuttle. And there he just let the shuttle come to him rather than stepping out and accelerating onto it, taking it early. Just lulled into slower rallies, slower movements.
I think that frustration may come out in a different way rather than throwing his racket in the air. I think he's going to up the pace now.
Yeah, it's up to him to try and impose himself on this game, not to try to. If he goes for it, he's going to be able to impose himself on it. But Taufik using all of his experience to try and keep the pace out. High to the rear court. And again, trying to slow ball him a little bit. Great touch.
Seemed to hesitate, indecision as to whether the shuttle was going to drop in at the back of the court there.
Yeah, he played a great net shot and he was a little bit frustrated that the lift of Lin Dan's was so good. Changed his mind as to what he was going to do with it. Was expecting an attacking opportunity, but the length was too good.
Service over, 15-11.
He's done it again. Would you believe it? Did that in the opening game, didn't he?
Nice, very nice. Nice net shot. Lin Dan reading it, getting in, trying to kill it. Nice exchange. Great reactions. That's going to frustrate Lin Dan even more, I think. Response.
Service over, 12-16.
Change of pace from Taufik, good thinking.
Service over, 17.
distinct possibility this could go the full distance.
Yeah, Taufik's not a guy you want to let within 1 or 2 points of a game, because he's got 1 or 2 tricks up his sleeve. He's already seen the backhand smash, a couple of tricks in defence, 1 or 2 net rolls. Oh, he's missed it. He's a bit disappointed with that.
Service over, 13, 17.
Great angle. Good net exchange, this time Lin Dan coming out on top. Taufik forced to lift high and short. Yeah, you can't see whether that's going straight or cross.
Yeah, sort of a nothing backhand towards the centre of the court, no pace.
Yeah.
Lin Dan doesn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, he doesn't like it, there's no pace on the centre of the court, no angles to play with. Again, using his experience.
Oh, string's gone.
Yeah, a bit unlucky there.
Service over,
It was a good attacking opportunity, it intercepted it short. Again, no pace, and Lin Dan giving the interception chance. It was a good opportunity.
Well, I just sense that could be a very important rally.
Yeah, Taufik thinking he's close enough to put a bit of pace on and go for it. At 18, he thinks he's got to have a bit of a go, increase his tempo. Good deception. Held the shuttle as late as he could, waited for Taufik to take a step forward and then flicked over him.
Good way to draw back level. On a run of 4 straight points. Closes the deficit. great elevation on the jump smash. Not a full length lift, has to be said, but it's still a wonderful smash straight down the line. Well, now a run of 6 straight points from 14-18 down. All of a sudden, 2 match points. Defiant to the end.
Yeah, read it well. Got in quickly. See if Taufik's got a final trick in his bag here. A little set play maybe. Change of direction. To be.
Yeah, but that, I think, a warning to all people who've written Taufik Hidayat off, because for him to go so close against the reigning world and Olympic champion shows that he's still very much a threat in men's singles. Frustrated Lin Dan with his tactical awareness, and look, they're having quite a heated discussion there. But Lin Dan records his 2nd victory in Group B, and that secures his place in the semi-final, although he'll need to play one more group match tomorrow. So there's confirmation, 21-12, 21-19 to Lin Dan.